Hey guys, it's Katrina Alaska's Hurricane here, and we got ourselves a wood burning stove for the cabin, and right now we are getting ready to load it up into the Suburban and get it onto the property before we get our walls too built up, because we don't know if this is going to fit through the door and we don't want to have that oh crap moment.
Okay, the goal is I'm going to lift it up from here to here to here to up here. We're going to stair step it.
So this wood burning stove is extremely heavy, and we are being very careful to make sure we are lifting this safely and to where neither of us are going to get hurt. And we have a bailout plan if it winds up being way too heavy, so that way we can regroup. But things wind up going smoothly for being able to get it in the Suburban, and the task is successful. And we are both really excited to get this out to the property. Once we got the wood stove to the property, we now need to unload it into the sled and sled it down over to the cabin. And for now, we're going to leave it in the sled out of the way because we have a tree to go and cut down. And when we get back, we will be doing the rest of what needs to get done today. We decided to bring the wood burning stove to the property today because we realized the snow is melting really fast and we want to be able to pull the sled on the snow.
The snow is super soft.
Before that starts happening too much.
I think we'll just push it out of the way for right now.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of logs in the way.
Yep. The other day we went and we log peeled a whole bunch of the logs that we got for the cabin. And later today we will be coming back and getting a decent amount of them measured and up. So we have been getting a lot of comments about the integrity of this cabin build. So what we are doing with our cabin is getting something up, and over time we will be working on making it stronger.
Okay. Looking good. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put another brace up real quick.
And we are building our cabin before the Airbnbs, so that way our cabin is trial and error, figuring out what does and does not work, and so that way the Airbnbs will be completely sturdy, look good, and be amazing for the guests that are staying, and that way that cabin or those cabins will not have the same flaws that this cabin will have. And once we get the basic structure done to where we can live in it, over time we will be able to add more and just make it how we actually want it to be, because we do want this cabin to be very strong and structurally sound, but we're also needing something pretty quick, so we are trying to find a balance in between.
I think we should use a log screw. Get this done. So these are what are gonna hold it in place. They're very strong, they're engineered for this type of stuff.
Plus, it has been a while since Taylor has built a cabin, so even though he has the experience, it's a matter of remembering, and for me, it's more so a matter of learning.
When we get our generator out of here, we'll have a powerful plug-in drill that'll sink this in flush, and we'll do them all. Okay. Well, that one's good. I think we fixed that bow, and that's good. So we move forward. I think we'll add another small one right here, just so from here to here it's supported, and yeah. Hand-pilled by Katrina, the Alaska hurricane.
So all that being said, we do know there are flaws, we do know there are things that are going to need to be fixed in the future, and when we have time to fix that, or it becomes a big enough problem, we will be going ahead and fixing all of that.
Would you like the honors?
As for the video footage, I am actively doing my research and trying to fix the full screen. So that way the video does actually fill the whole screen when you guys go into full screen with that. So I have tried fixing the ratio in my camera for a lot of these shots. Next time the ratio should be fixed in all of them. If that does not work, I'm looking into borrowing a GoPro and laptop that has a different editing app. So if this does not solve the problem, then that should. And if it does, I will go ahead and continue doing that. Basically, we started filming one way, so I have the habit of filming that way.
And I'm not too concerned about the gaps because we have the most efficient stove in the world, not just America or Alaska.
So over time, that
best.
will change and the full screen will be able to work better. So a huge thank you to those of you continuously watching the videos, knowing that it will get better. And thank you to everyone who is showing support, because there is an overwhelmingly good feedback compared to the bad. And I do want to work on improving things and making the viewing process a lot easier for you guys, because I know it can be painful to just watch on the little screen or not have your phone able to go sideways for watching the video. So I really appreciate everyone who has bared with us throughout this whole process. All that being said, in the future we can look at doing a video of a Q&A if we have enough questions to make a video out of it, or for my voiceovers asking and answering those questions. That's something we definitely would be able to do. So I'm going to start getting that together if people want to ask us questions about what's happening. I have also noticed people really only watch about 3 minutes of the video, so those of you who are still watching, thank you for that. And it's those who actually watch a lot of the video who are going to be actually asking the questions. On a side note, we do also have a lot of our time and energy going into the wood business right now. So normally when we are actively building on the cabin, We are pretty tired and exhausted and burnt out, so we do understand that a decent amount will need to be getting fixed for in the future. And we are actively working towards doing different jobs that are going to allow for a greater income and less time doing those. We will be showing those in future videos as projects and things that we have done, because also realistically doing stuff like this, it does take a little bit of money. And the more that you can get while doing less and having more free time, as well as not burning ourselves out as much, will be very beneficial for the progress on the cabin. And not only the progress, but the quality of work that is being done on the cabin as well. And I mean, hey, I had never edited a video before the first video that we posted, and so I'm still getting my editing skills there, and progress has been made and progress will continue to get made in the right direction. Everything just takes a little bit of time, and everything is a process. Sometimes you want things to go a little bit faster than what they actively are at the time, but some things you just can't really rush, and you need to take that time to actually get things done and to hone in those skills in order to do everything right, or even have those skills for in the future. Because when it comes to doing something new that you have never done before, or even something you haven't done in a while, there's gonna be that trial and error process. And if you're not willing to try and put yourself out there to make those mistakes or get some bad feedback or positive feedback or anything along those lines, if you're not willing to take the risk of going out there and failing, then you're never going to have that possibility for success.
Hey guys, Taylor's here. The Alaska Hurricane Katrina is busy today, so I'm just doing some work myself, trying to get these walls up. Yesterday we got this one up, looks great. Today I'm going to work on this one, which where our kitchen's going to be. There's only one log there, so it's kind of tough to get. And then I'm also going to be building these ones up and this one. So I got a little bit of work ahead of me. I do have quite a few logs peeled. The snow's melting, and so I had to shovel out the trail. You're just sinking still up to your waist. Not everybody builds in winter. It's not easy, but I'm going for it. We're going for it. And stay tuned. Let's see what I can do today. Thanks. Just got this one put up. Super nice. And yeah, we're going to build this up. The window's going to probably want to go about right here. So I got 2 more logs here, 2 on the other side. And then I'll probably stop until we get our windows, frame those in, and then we'll, measure around them. I have the hood popped on the truck. I'm charging a drill battery with an inverter I had because, I make mistakes. And this morning I had a bunch of other stuff thinking about, and I just didn't remember to charge my drill. So I still have one good battery and the other one's almost charged. So got it figured out. Okay, next is this kitchen wall. Just gonna go back and forth. It rained last night, believe it or not. It's been a super warm spring. And I just make sure the sides are straight before I measure and cut.
With the added challenge of building in the wintertime, there are a couple of things that we need to wait for in order to fully complete everything on the cabin. For example, we need to wait for the snow underneath the cabin to melt in order to put in the extra supports that we are wanting to put in the bottom in order to make the foundation a lot more steady and stable, as well as we are needing to wait a little bit for the added space to add on the deck that we are wanting to add. Now that we are super excited for, because it is going to be enclosed and able to double as a greenhouse, so that way we can start getting our food bill down once our rent is down as well, which rent will drop down to about a third of what we are paying right now, so that not only frees up a lot of wiggle room in our budget, it also makes it to where not as much time and energy is going into the wood business or other things. That also means what has been put into energy and time into money making can now be exerted elsewhere, such as the Airbnbs or other projects. That also we are expanding into a different type of work that will allow us to get a lot more money for less time spent on the job, thus freeing up a whole lot more time and energy, allowing us to do what we fully are wanting to do. Everything winds up being connected and correlated. So if we take a step here, start doing this, it leads into this other thing that frees up more, getting us closer to our destination and freedom to be able to do other things, which also frees up other avenues that can do a lot more of freeing up time, energy, and pretty much everything that needs to happen in order to be able to get all of this done. Pretty much in order to cross from one side of the river to the other, you need stepping stones. If you don't have stones to step on, you're trying to wade through the river that might wind up sweeping you away. So if you have those stones to be able to step on, you will be able to get to the other side of the river. That being said, I do enjoy the feedback that I have been getting back, because I do switch my style a little bit based off of, am I getting good feedback? Am I getting negative feedback? Okay, is the negative feedback something I can change or look into in order to make my videos more pleasant to watch in the future? That also being said, I do also have my own style that I stick with, because that's my own little twist on things. It is also my own style, as well as my personality coming out with these videos. It is very much a learning process as well. So if you go back and watch my very first video, then you go back to watch like this video, for example, my editing style has changed, because with that first video, I had never edited anything before that. So that very first video was me figuring everything out. Now that I have the skills and the knowledge of the editing app that I do have, now I'm able to take that knowledge and the skills that I have learned, incorporating that. Now I can have a little bit of fun editing the videos. I can mess around with some of the new settings that I didn't even know existed when I was editing that first video. The editing process is also kind of like the cabin build. There's going to be trial and error, just trying to figure things out, seeing what works, what doesn't, making changes over time. Sometimes it's like, okay, well, there's this problem here. Look around, do my research. Well, does this fix it? No? Okay, let's go to where the next was probably the problem. Okay, let's fix that. Does that fix the problem? Yes. Okay, we're getting somewhere. With all of that being said, progress is being made absolutely everywhere. And I am so grateful to the people who are sticking with us throughout this process, watching the videos, showing us some actual true support and really good positive feedback. Shout out again to the people showing us continuously positive feedback, sticking with us through this trial and error process. There are going to be changes made with the videos as long as we can actually fully remember to do all of them, because it does take time to do research on where the problems are at with the videos. So thank you for sticking with us through that. New videos are going to come out every Friday. Thank you guys so much for watching and showing your support. Feel free to let us know what you want to see more of.